In 1645, Edinburgh was badly struck by an epidemic of plague. Two types of deadly plague ravaged the population at this time: the bubonic plague, which caused the afflicted to break out in large painful boils, and a pneumonic plague, known as the Black Death, which affected the sufferer's lungs and respiratory system and caused lymph nodes on the body to swell and turn black.
In this secluded courtyard in Morningside lies the tomb of John Livingstone. It's situated not far from where his house once stood. Livingstone was an apothecary who treated the residents of Edinburgh for various ailments, including the plague, until he succumbed himself to the Black Death during the outbreak of 1645.
Apothecaries like Livingstone believed that the plague was spread through bad air and unpleasant smells, known as miasma. To protect themselves from the infectious air they believed spread the disease, plague doctors wore long robes that covered their bodies and placed fragrant herbs and spices in their peculiar beaked masks. In fact, plague spread to humans from infected rats through the bite of fleas. Transmission was then accelerated by person-to-person contact through contaminated bodily fluids, or, in the case of the Black Death, inhalation of respiratory droplets from an infected person. Nevertheless, the measures taken by plague doctors to protect themselves while treating the contagion showed that medieval and early modern medical practitioners understood the vital importance of attempting to slow the spread of disease. Preventative public health measures were also put in effect by Edinburgh authorities during times of plague.
Those infected by the plague were transported by cart out of the more populated areas of the city by foull clengers, or plague cleaners. On the Burgh Muir, what is now the Bruntsfield area of Edinburgh, those unfortunate enough to be infected by plague were quarantined, and those who died were buried in mass graves. On the Burgh, or South Loch, what is now the green spacious meadows, the foull clengers would prepare pots of boiling water and try to sterilise the belongings of infected individuals by dipping items in hot water.
Moving the infectious to designated sites away from the general population was a common tactic used by city officials when disease came to Edinburgh. Indeed, Inchkeith, a small barren island in the Firth of Forth, was used as a quarantine site for victims of infectious diseases, including plague and syphilis, several times throughout the 15th, 16th and 17th centuries.